Hi, I'm Justin Garrity. I run product here at ChartHop, and I wanted to show you one of our new capabilities, matrix teams or custom groups. This is our ability in ChartHop to represent your company in ways in which your company is organized cross-functionally. If you look at the screen right here, we're looking at an org chart, which is a classic way to show how a company is organized based on management structures. But a lot of times that doesn't tell the full story of how work gets done in a company. So let's move to this new view that we have and to show you this new type of object, which is custom groups or matrix teams. So I'm going to switch from a people view here to a group view, and I'm now looking at product verticals. This is a way that this company is organized around product lines: fidget product group, gadget group, the widget group, and then the subgroups that are part of each of those main product lines. So you can create this hierarchical structure based on that. I can also click on one of these groups and look at custom positions as related to this group. So we have product manager, lead engineer, lead designer, and marketing lead. And so each of these groups has that filled out as who is leading those initiatives from those key areas, as well as the members on that group. So in ChartHop, not only can you create your own custom groups or matrix teams, you can also define custom positions on those teams. Now, this looks like a hierarchical relationship, these product lines breaking down to product subgroups. But I also might have a group like ERGs, committees that in the company that have no hierarchical structure, just different focuses for these different ERGs. And when I click on one of these, I can see that I have different positions that I define for this type of group. I have lead, co-lead, and executive sponsor. So a key part of our functionality is that we allow you to kind of change what custom positions you have on different group types. If I go back to the product vertical here, one important part about custom groups is a lot of times the membership and who is leading those initiatives or those custom groups changes more often than, let's say, employment does in a certain role. So I might have members that show up in a certain group at a certain time of the year. And then let's say when that initiative kind of comes to a close or some of those members move on, you've got a lot of movement across your company around who's involved in these different group types. So what I'm going to do is show you how the timeline feature in ChartHop also applies to custom groups. I can basically go back a couple days, and if I look at this core gadget team back to Wednesday, I notice I only had a product manager on this team. I was missing some of the other key roles. I go forward one day, and all of a sudden I was able to assign a lead engineer, a lead designer, and a marketing lead to that group. So ChartHop will track your membership groups over time. Now, some groups you might not want to have visible to the whole company. You might have something like, let's say, M&A groups that are looking at acquisitions that you don't really want everyone in the company to know about until the acquisition event actually happens. So let's say I was going to create a new custom group type called M&A, and I'm not going to put in the custom positions here, although I could just to save time here, but I'm going to add that team. Once I click on this M&A type group, before I've created M&A teams, I can see that this group type is org public, meaning everyone in the company can see it. I don't want them to see it, so I'm going to click on this and change it to private. And then maybe what I'll do is just allow the executive team to have edit access to this group type. So that allows me to change that group type to private. That means no one can see the membership of those different groups or the names of them. And also it's only shared with the executive team. Really important for visibility and sensitive information. Another thing I want to show is you want to use new group types as a way to share information specifically. So I'm going to go to our resources section in ChartHop, which is part of our HRIS module. And I'm going to click on product roadmap. Now here, the fidget, gadget, and widget teams have features that are coming up that maybe other people in the company want to know about, so they can communicate that to their customers. I'm going to click on the sharing capabilities, and I notice only the fidget and gadget team have access to this page. Well, I'm going to add the widget team because they've got items on this list too, and I'm going to give them edit access. So here I can use a custom group as a target for sharing access. Really handy. Another way that custom groups can be used once they're set up is when I go to dashboards and some other areas, I can use them as filters. So let's look at something like a headcount overview chart here where I've got everyone in the company organized by these different charts. And I just want to essentially filter down to a certain product vertical. Let's say I want to look at the gadget team. And so by applying this filter, this whole dashboard is only showing people that are members of that team broken down by these same charts. So really handy to have that filter. This is available on a lot of different views in ChartHop. I can even go to the map and add that filter here and look at, as I zoom in here, who's part of the gadget team, where are they located, which offices, and where the remote workers are located. The other thing I want to show is on AI, how once you set up custom groups or matrix teams, they're immediately accessible by the AI capabilities of ChartHop. So I can ask questions like, which product verticals have the most members? You can see here it gave me a readout of all of the membership of each of those different product verticals. Now let's ask it a little bit more challenging question. I can say, which product vertical teams have the highest risk of attrition of their members? Okay, so it did an analysis and found out that as it looked at these different teams, it's able to see where the risks are, where people are likely to leave on which team based on some of the scoring. And then it gave me an assessment of like the widget team has the highest overall concern with multiple high-risk members and flight risks. So I might want to look at that team, see what's going on, see if I can make some investments there or changes. That's a quick overview of some of the key capabilities of the new matrix team or custom group functionality within ChartHop. Really hope that you check it out if you're a customer. And if you're not a customer, please contact us and our sales team can give you a more in-depth demo of some of these capabilities. Thank you so much.